first made Particle Falls around 2008, 2009 for the city of San Jose. They wanted to celebrate bringing in a light rail system into the city, and so they wanted some way to show the impacts of that. And I had been working with a lot of air quality scientists and was really interested in the fact that these PM 2.5 monitors were new and available, and so I got one donated from a company named Met1, and we did the project in San Jose. Well, a couple of years later, we showed it in Philadelphia with Chemical Heritage Foundation. We've shown it in Pittsburgh. We've shown it in Detroit. We've shown it in Logan, Utah. We've shown it in Paris for the climate COP21 talks. We've shown it in Hagen, Germany, which is an industrial town there, and in Zagreb, Croatia. Well, I think it's so important that people can see these invisible things that are around them, that are impacting them, and air quality for me is one of those things, and it's something that really affects people's health. I think people often feel they are aware that poor air quality is affecting their health or their children's health, for example, with asthma, but they don't feel like they can really justify that or show that to people. So I think a lot of people will come to me and say, oh my gosh, thank you for showing this, because now this makes me understand what's happening, what I feel is happening to me, and it helps me to be able to communicate that. I just want to say that I think it also helps with the scientific literacy of the public, and I think it's really important right now because we are getting so much misinformation, and in fact, like tonight, we saw really high levels, and it turned out to be because of a controlled burn. So there was someone here who was an air quality expert who was able to explain what we were seeing from a scientific point of view, and I think that sort of interface of something that's visible to the public and raises awareness of the public with actual real scientific information is such an important combination.
Oh man, I am really excited just to see it right here in downtown Raleigh, because I'm super excited to just walk down the street and be able to talk to people about it, and it's just a really impressive way to see something that's so invisible usually, and it's been really cool as soon as it was turned on just to see the colors change and then to watch the traffic. I mean, we were getting so excited to count even how long things were going by, to see the time lag and just to see what changed, that I think it's a really interesting way to have a conversation that it's really hard to have without something visual like this.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Now that I actually see the projection, it makes me actually want to educate myself a little bit more. Where it's like I pride myself on knowing a little bit about everything. Where this actually becomes something that I want to know more about, that I think is actually really, really important to know. And then if I have a platform that I actually do, to use it to educate people that might be our student athletes on my member conference institutions on their campuses, and really create an initiative that can be conference-wide instead of just something that is spoken about amongst people that are like-minded. You want to start that conversation with people that might not be the same, but if you're actually an influential person, it's perfect because it gives them a chance to actually hear it, understand it, and it comes from, a legitimate source, somebody that they actually respect. So I think it's important that I take everything I learned here tonight, look more into the organization, and, actually take it and present it to my conference as well as my member institutions.
Absolutely. We have a daughter that has asthma. So one of the things that and she's becoming more knowledgeable about the air and what she's breathing and what she's taking in. So knowing that the simple changes that I can make in what I'm putting into my car, the simple changes that I can make in how I transport my children affect how we breathe. And I can show that right here with the beautiful image that's on our building and show the changes of our air. But that's important for my kids. It's important for kids to see something that's tangible.
To me, it's really important, the decisions we make both individually and as a society about how we get to where we're going. And there are ways to do the things we need to do efficiently, and I think that's incredibly important. And I think, we live in a part of the country that thrives on innovation, and innovation is going to help us be more efficient and make better choices.